What's up, everybody? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to yet another 2-minute lawn tip. So nice to have you guys here. Hope all of you are having a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. If you're watching this in the morning, you know the drill. Make sure you got a nice cup of black to go with it. Unfortunately, I don't have it, but what I do have is a beautiful green lawn behind me with some ever so slightly blooming Bradford pears as well. And boy, is it looking good. Check out the front lawn right there. Definitely got to cut it. More on that in an upcoming video, but in the meantime, guys, what I want to do is I want to run you guys through briefly how I go about doing my first cut of the year, the order I do it in, the principles I practice, and why I practice those principles. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Alright guys, so I am in the truck right now on a beautiful Monday morning. Look at that, blue skies, birds chirping, and the lawns are oh so green. More on that later. I get a lot of questions like, what is the best order, if you will, to go about mowing the lawn? Typically what I like to do, if I get maybe a new customer, or maybe you on your side of things, maybe you get a brand new lawn that's never been edged or manicured up to our standards, right? Because if you think about it, we're quality when it comes to having beautiful lawns. It's most likely not going to have a beautiful edge along the sidewalks, right? So it's up to us to get that in line, especially if it's quite gnarly. We want to go ahead and take care of that first, so then that way we can break off that barrier, if you will, of those edges that have been overgrowing your sidewalks and looking ugly and all that, so that we can then blow them back into the lawn for the next part that we're going to talk about, which is going to be mowing. I get questions from everybody, especially those who've been treating their lawns based on everything I've told you. Maybe you put down your winterizer fert and you don't want to bag it because you don't want to take away those nutrients. Maybe on the flip side of that, you got too many leaves and too much debris on the lawn. You don't want to choking things out with all that. That's understandable. So it really depends on your situation. So if your lawn's clear of any debris, it's safe to say that you could just go ahead and mulch and or side discharge it and continue mowing like normal as you typically would, especially if you've lived on site for a couple of years and maybe you didn't have that bad of a winter where leaves fell. If you have a lot of leaves and debris that maybe you weren't able to get up last fall, then that is a great time to come out here and bag all that stuff up and haul it away. Other than that, straight mulching for me. We want to get those nutrients back into the ground, so mulching for me all the way. Now once you've gotten your cut done, you can go ahead and start trimming. Now this one is a little more debatable by a lot of people, because a lot of people say trim first and mow second, so then that way you don't end up leaving any long pieces of grass on the lawn which look ugly. Whereas on the other hand of that, maybe you're using a new riding mower that you're not all that familiar with, it's a great idea to mow first, so then that way you don't miss any areas that maybe you forgot to touch up with your trimmer, right? It's all about preference, and it's pretty much all about dialing in what works for you within that regard. What I like to do is I like to mow first and then come in with the trimmer, so then that way I can assure first time around I've touched up everything, especially those little areas that are tight that I might have missed. Once that's all done, I like to go ahead and blow all the sidewalks off. It's a good idea to do this regardless, because the last thing you want to do is let debris remain on the sidewalks and concrete. It just aesthetically doesn't look good, right? So getting out there with your blower and blowing all the concrete areas and hard surfaces off, and maybe some clumped areas in the lawn, it's just going to make things look clean and much more professional. And from there, guys, your lawn is officially cut and looking clean and crisp and professional. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. If you have any additional questions or comments, leave those down below and I will get back to those as soon as I can. With that, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Later.